Can you play the viola as a violinist? Keep watching to find out. If we haven't met, hi, I'm Megan. I'm a violinist and teacher, currently based in New Jersey. I've been playing the violin for over 20 years. I have both my bachelor's and master's degrees in violin performance, and I'm a Suzuki trained teacher. If you're enjoying my content, please subscribe to my channel and check out my Learn Violin Online Academy below. Can you play the viola as a violinist? The short answer is yes, but there are a few key differences to be aware of. The first difference is that the viola is generally bigger than the violin. This has a few implications. One, obviously it's going to feel a little bit bigger, so your notes might not be in quite the same place as they would be on the violin. You might find yourself having to reach a little bit further for your whole steps and half steps and go a little bit further for your shifts as well. Very important not to play on a viola that's too big to reduce the risk of injury. A viola is also heavier, so be mindful of your posture when you are playing the viola. You don't want to let the viola dip down too far. That will of course affect the sound and your bowing. The next key difference is that the viola has a different range than the violin. The violin strings from lowest to highest are G, D, A, and E. The viola strings from lowest to highest are C, G, D, and A. So the viola has a low C string and no E string. Because the viola is lower, it's darker, it's deeper, and it's bigger, the tone production is going to be a little bit different. You're going to want to keep your hair flat most of the time, which is a little bit different from violin where we tilt our hair most of the time. And you might find that you need to put more arm weight into the string in order to get a good sound. You also may need to play around with the contact point to figure out where exactly your bow produces the best sound on your particular viola. The final difference is the clef. This was always the hardest thing for me to overcome when playing the viola, but violists read in alto clef rather than treble clef. The reason that alto clef tripped me up so much is because the line notes and space notes are different. So take, for example, in treble clef, let's take the note A, like you're opening. That's a space note. In bass clef, it's still a space note. Sure, it's on a different space, but it's still a space note. In alto clef, it's a line note. So all of the space notes in treble clefs are line notes in alto clef, and all of the line notes in treble clef are space notes in alto clef, which really tripped me up when I was trying to learn it. In terms of like technique, vibrato, shifting, everything else, it's pretty much the same. You often see violists playing the violin, or more often violinists playing the viola, because it's not quite as common and it is relatively easy to do. I actually took I had to play viola in high school for a quintet that I was in. There was just no viola, so I decided to play viola. And I had to write fingers over every single note because I could not read the clef. And I also had to take a semester of viola lessons in college. And I remember my viola teacher saying to me every lesson, flat hair. So those are just some things to keep in mind if you are looking to make the switch, but you can absolutely do so. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and subscribe before you go.